Welcome. Today we're going to talk about changing the BIOS boot order. You'll often need to change the BIOS boot order when you need to reinstall the operating system or if you want to boot off a bootable disk. Now, in this case, you would need to change this because the manufacturer will set the hard drive as the first device. So even if you put the disk in, it's never going to boot off the disk because the hard drive's set first and there's a bootable option on the hard drive. So in order to avoid that, you need to make this change and save your changes, and then once you restart the computer, you'll be able to load from the disk, boot from the disk. So what we're going to do is first we need to access the BIOS. Now the BIOS looks like what's on my screen right now. Usually to access the BIOS, it's either going to be the F2 button, the F10 key, or the delete key. And oftentimes they use F11 as a boot manager. So you can hit F11 and use or select the boot option that you want, whether it's your hard drive, your DVD drive, or even possibly a USB memory stick. Now, once you access the BIOS, you'll see something similar to the screen that I have displayed right now. What you'll do is you'll go into your BIOS and you'll look for this boot menu. This defines how the computer is going to boot. So for this particular BIOS, it wants me to use the plus key to move these items in the order that I want them. So I don't want the hard drive, I want to boot from the CD drive first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the plus key and I'm going to move my CD-ROM drive up to the top of the list, which is going to be before the hard drive. So we start from top to bottom. Now once I have my disk in and I restart the computer, I'll automatically load the disk. Now in order to make these changes permanent, or semi-permanent rather, because you can always come back and change them, you'll need to exit and exit saving changes. So you'll go ahead and hit that. You'll confirm that you want to save these changes and the computer will restart.